Hello friends, Jeff here and welcome to Squadron. In this video I would like to talk a little bit more about Vallejo paint. On a weekly basis I get at least 1 or 2 phone calls from a modeler or a customer asking me like, Jeff, why are there so many paint lines under the Vallejo umbrella? So hopefully in this episode I can shed some light on that and we can talk a little bit or explain in a nutshell what it's all about. So let's start with the first one, which is the most popular. It is Model Air. And when I say most popular, why is that? Well, for the simple reason that this is designed to use with an airbrush. And since airbrushing these days in the hobby industry is the way to go to finish a project, this is the paint to go for. It also has, in the whole line of Vallejo, it also has the most complete and extensive color selection of military colors from recent history, from World War I all the way to present. Now, when I said it's designed for airbrushing, you can also, of course, you can easily use this straight out of the bottle. Now, it is not recommendable. I would always suggest, like as a golden rule, it's rather to do 2 or 3 coats of heavily thin paint than 1 thick coat, just to avoid a splatter or clog up. Now, the best way to do this is under the pressure. You use some pressure on your compressor between 15 and 20 psi, and this should work great. Now, you can also hand brush this, but it's not recommendable. It's, like I said, it's more designed for airbrush. Now, for hand painting, you're better off with the second popular item in their paint line, which is Model Color. Now, Model Color is designed exclusively for brush on, for hand painting. It also has a higher concentration of pigments, which make the paint thicker and also more adaptable towards plastic resin or metal. Now, can you use this in your airbrush? Absolutely. You just have to add more thinner. Now, third one on our list is the Mecha paint. Now, the Mecha paint line is a special designed paint line that is designed for airbrushing surfaces that are exposed to extreme manipulation. Let's say you're into RC racing, let's say that you are into gaming and you have to pick up your subjects more than necessary, then this is the paint to go for. It also guarantees an exceptional adherence to the surface. Now, it is advisable to use a primer with this and then of course add a couple layers like we did with the Model Air. Like I said, it comes in a satin finish and you can airbrush it straight out of the bottle, or you can dilute it like we did with the Model Air. So if you're looking for a paint that is a little bit more durable, then the Mecha line paint or the Mecha paint line is the way to go. Now, number 4 in their line is the Game series. You got the Game Color and the Game Air. Now, these are acrylic colors that come in a flat, opaque, water-based formula. Now, inside that formula, Vallejo incorporated the resin. Now, the resin is there to offer an extraordinary protection to the damage of frequent handling. So let's say that you're into board gaming and you have to pick up your pieces frequently, then sometimes the paint might come off after a while. Now, these colors are designed to prevent just that. Now, they both have equivalent colors, so if, let's say, if you're airbrushing something and you want to touch something up afterwards, you can find the exact color in the Game side of the line. Now, both can be diluted, of course, with a Vallejo thinner or a flow improver. Now, it is advisable, however, in both colors, in Air as well as in the Game color, to put a primer down before you start applying the paint. If you're airbrushing Vallejo, the Game Air, then the pressure should be set like in the Model Air between 15 and 20 psi. So if you're into figure painting, if you're into fantasy or just board gaming, then look no further. Last but not least, I would like to introduce, or should I say show, because it's been out for a couple of years, my all-time favorite when it concerns the Vallejo line. This is my favorite product. It's the Metal Color line of Vallejo. Now, we all know that when you're an airplane builder and you have to do a metal finish, either silver or aluminum or any metal color, as a matter of fact, it's always been a little bit tricky. And for years, I always grabbed for the Alclad, and I'm sure that guys from my generation will remember, or it's still out there. Alclad has been on the market for about 30 some years, if not longer, and it's a very, very good product if you want to have a smooth surface. Alclad is the way to go, but it is a lacquer. And lacquers, of course, they are more aggressive and they smell. Now, when Vallejo a couple of years released their equivalent of the alkylate on the market in acrylic, I was absolutely thrilled. I was a little skeptic in the beginning, but once I tried it, I was absolutely stunned. So if you're not familiar with it, I strongly encourage you to buy a couple bottles and experiment with it, because you won't be disappointed. Now you can, it will leave a smooth surface. You can either spray it directly on your model, or you can apply a gloss primer first if you want to experiment with some color nuances. But this is absolutely a great product. You can dilute this, of course, with thinner, but I mean, it's thin enough that you can actually use it straight out of the bottle, or you can mix it with thinner, or, like I said, or flow improver. Other than that, I just encourage you to try it. And we have the whole range here, especially with everything that I just told you about. Go to our website at squadron.com and check it out. There's a lot more. We carry the whole line, and you just have to find out for yourself. Now, again, I hope I'm going to leave it at that for now. I think I explained a little bit, or I was able to explain a little bit what all the different colors and the color lines are. So I hope you learned something today. But for now, I'm going to leave it at that. Again, check it out on our website. Also, give us a thumbs up, tell your friends. And for now, that's it. Jeff V here, signing off.